Welcome back, everybody. We've switched over. We're now doing the WePlay Dota 2, or the BTS, as the logo behind us suggests. How many BTS logos can we have on the stream? I counted 3.
Not enough. Which, by the way, I still haven't bought a BTS t-shirt yet.
Grab one. There's like 20 right there.
Those are like extra large. That look like extra large.
There's mediums. I found a medium and grabbed an extra one.
Be right back, guys.
You can change right now if you'd like. I'll do the intro here while you... Alright, well guys, we have got the WePlay Dota 2. Lumi's getting BTS'd up because there was a lack of BTS logos on the stream. The one behind us, the one on the... well, 2 behind us. One on stream was not enough. We've got Cascade, a CIS team, taking on Team Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro, like the new sort of Russian...
Oh, no!
Lumi's like... Lumi went to get his shirt and was going to come back and cast. He sees his first pick, he's like, I'm not casting anymore. I can just tell. He's like, nope, done casting. OD gets first picked. Cascade, I think they're a Russian-Ukrainian mix. I know they're sort of an Eastern European team. Virtus.pro are kind of like your Russian all-star combination, but it's an all-star combination that isn't really working. Lately, they've had very mediocre and even just outright bad results, as well as some questionable drafts coming out from GoBlack. But they've got some very incredibly talented players. GoBlack, Resolution, NSG, and Light of Heaven, the former Na'Vi champion, all playing under this team. And, well, with Abaddon, Razor Bands, and whatnot, we get an OD, we get a Batrider through, we get a Timbersaw. I'm surprised OD, higher priority than even Batrider.
I mean, critically...
you got your BTS shirt now. That one's yours. You keep it.
Thank you. Wow. What an honor.
We're so generous here.
Alright, okay. So, I guess the basic logic is that OD beats Batrider in lane? Because I don't see any other reason where you give Batrider away.
Radiant team ban.
Okay.
There's just none, right? Batrider, sure, OD is a really annoying hero in lane, but Batrider is just an annoying hero throughout the entire game. Yeah, he's just really, really good. So, I'm surprised as well, but, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Timbersaw, the second pick for Virtus.pro, as mentioned, could actually go into the mid lane instead. Batrider can fit into the 4th position as a jungler. Batrider can go off lane. Maybe even put him safe lane solo if you're expecting 1v1 matchups. So there's a number of things Virtus.pro can actually do if they want to avoid the Bat versus OD mid matchup. I don't think it's even horrible for Batrider. Like, he's not going to be getting kills. He's probably not going to outfarm the OD, but he can still get some levels that he needs. Naga Siren, though, the second pick for Cascade.
Yeah, I'm actually expecting Timbersaw to go mid against OD. He doesn't really need to spam too much Whirling Death, and just basically rely on that reactive armor to survive. And perhaps that's going to be the case. We'll see, though. The second lines, the bans are coming out. Lich and Enchantress. Now, Lich is actually an often forgotten hero, which used to be a top pick and ban when Dota 2 just first came out. But what really Lich allows you to do is run some kind of pesky dual suicide lane, and will Lich just stand back and deny, and then you have a Timbersaw or Bat or in the front line just to get EXP. So perhaps that's the case. And Visage making it to phase number 3.
It's amazing that you ban a hero like Lich over Visage, though. Especially a team like Virtus.pro. This is Russian Dota. You want to get aggressive. There's a lot of action, especially early game action. Visage, well, he's kind of king there. Lifestealer even making it this deep in the draft. Wow. I think Cascade has this draft, at least from the my initial thoughts. They've got the Lifestealer OD as their dual core. They need a solid support, which Rubik's still in the pool, and you're good. Rubik Naga Siren, no problem. Game was good. You've got OD. I mean,
except you gave away a Bat.
OD +4. Yeah, Batrider is kind of, I guess, the what's going to stand in their way. Nyx Assassin Visage also a lot of killing potential with these 2 supports.
What's the deal with these Abaddon first bans? Which
I don't know. I don't think this hero is that potent or scary.
Okay.
Teams seem to think he's just ridiculous. I mean, my mind may be changed over time. I remember I said that about Treant, although I still hate Treant for various other reasons. But
you think he's okay now, or good?
Treant is okay sometimes.
He's a playable hero.
Yeah, he's a playable hero.
He's a hero.
I'll whisper that.
I think there's something to be said when you haven't seen anything yet. You don't know how to deal with it. You just ban it. Like when LGD International first went to Asia, beating everybody because nobody knew how to deal with them. You could say that same for hero picks and players and teams.
Why Abaddon but not Troll or Elder Titan?
I guess Abaddon with a Photic Shield, she's one of the few heroes that could debuff a stun at any time he wants. It's a support that's extremely tanky.
Yep.
It's a healing support, something that we don't see too often as well. I guess the rare of the 3, I suppose.
Okay. Well, both teams.
Just guessing there.
Yeah, no, I understand. I only have guesses sort of to throw out as far as why Abaddon suddenly become this top tier hero. It's mostly a support, and it's a very just passive support. He can't rotate, he can't gank, he heals, he protects people. It's a.
Did you see the Abaddon tree yesterday?
Yes.
That game was more exciting than.
We had some exciting games.
We did.
We had some fun games. Yeah, we did. Not that last game though. Troll Warlord actually getting banned out, and this is Troll. We've seen have its most success in the middle lane. I feel in some of these 1v1 matchups. He also does do okay in the tri-lane scenarios, but 1v1 mid, I feel he can really excel. Yeah,
and also Troll Warlord is actually fairly decent against Lifestealer. A lot of times Lifestealer, open wounds one of your hero, and then he pops rage and decides to, hey, let's kill hero. Troll ultis, everybody just turns on him and then kill. But forget about Troll, because we're gonna see a Doombringer coming out from Virtus Pro. Doom is the thing against OD, I suppose.
Yeah, Dooming OD does sort of negate a ton of his damage output. Cascade with the last picture hero, so nothing much to talk about this hero. But Doom, depending how he wants to lane things here, is potentially going to be the X factor for Virtus Pro.
I mean, I'm guessing what is this tri-lane offensively or defensively?
Solo mid Doom.
No, you can't do that against OD. OD just eat your mana pool alive, and you're just big melee creep. So I think G is going to be going mid on Timbersaw and rely on that reactive armor.
Off lane Batrider and then safe lane carry Doom.
I suppose.
You could even tri-lane the Batrider. That's something which people sort of think Batrider needs a solo, but he can do just fine. I mean, having a slightly slower lasso. Lasso isn't like you've got to rush and get lasso as soon as possible. Getting your blink dagger up fast is probably more important. And by the time you have a blink dagger, generally you are going to be level 6.
Ooh, early smoke of the sea usage here coming out as we have the 2 supports. I don't think OD is going to be part of this ganking party. It's just the 2 supports.
I don't like insta smokes from base. No. I think they're very inefficient.
Unless you're going for a Roche or something like that.
Even going for a Roche, it gets you. I remember doing the math once when I was actually playing Dota on a competitive team. It gets you there. I think it was like 3 seconds faster. What's 3 seconds? If you smoke from base compared to walking from base, it was something very, very minor.
Ooh, this is
why
next level.
This is why you smoke. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now I understand, and I approve of this.
The tower gives vision. It also allows them to get this ward up. So tower would spot them when they run up here. You can't even sneak by. Even if you come from the top river and go here,
I think that works. I'm gonna go to Dire Vision real fast.
Check Dire Vision.
Yeah, that works.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
So maybe they just but you don't know whether there's heroes coming out from here.
Yeah, you might get scouted.
Yeah, so
okay, this is the safest way to get here. They're going to be looking for an early first blood. It's a Timbersaw mid, and they know he's not going Timber Chain level. Well, they don't know that. There's a chance he saves his skill point, which could save his life. If you save your skill point,
that's becoming more and more of a trend in the solo mid positions. Something that I personally always advocated. Make sure you always save your first point, because you never know if there's some crazy stuff like this happening.
They could just wait there till the 30-second mark until they see him use Whirling Death, though, which would be the smart way to maybe do this. And it's an OD mid, so it's not like they have a lot of killing potential coming from the OD. So they're probably going to tell OD, look, get some harass and chip damage off before we go in.
Yeah, I really like the fact that they have a ward over here.
They just kill Go Black here. Forget killing Timbersaw. Kill Go Black. He's going to go Mana Burn, or he should.
Well, nobody reacting just yet.
He's mid just to spam Mana Burn on this OD, is my impression.
Yeah, in fact, I think they're going to wait for him to eat a Mana Burn first, and then they're going to make it go.
Yep.
Go Black, there's a Mana Burn. No stun, they know it for sure. Anybody rotating? Yes, Go Black now sees it. He's going to go to left. Ice Power just completely whiffs. Not sure what that's about. They have to go for Ensnare now. There is Ensnare, making sure that we have Astro, the second Astro coming off cooldown. Go Black's going to try to suicide to the Ancients, but
run
no.
Left, Go Black, run left.
I think Go Black, if he... There's Ice Path, and that's going to be the kill.
Should have run... It would have been hard to time it, because he still had like 150 HP. They wouldn't have just killed him that first hit, but he couldn't have dodged the Ice Path. That first Ice Path was all over the place. That Jakiro just... He flew the coop with that one, but he made up for it with the second one.
I'm not really sure whether the kill was completely worth it, because so many heroes wasted so much time. You have to throw in the smoke of the sea. You have to throw in the fact that they place a ward here, which is not completely necessary for the mid lane. But, OD... And then, lastly, at the end of the day, does OD even need that first blood? So... But they get it, eventually, nonetheless.
Well, OD missed CS by going for it, I guess. I guess he got protected from a mana burn or two, but... well, Nyx comes right back in. He's going to chuck another mana. There's 0 mana on OD.
Yeah.
Not going to see any sort of a buckler or tranquil boots up that fast to start proccing the aura, and you also have level 1 aura, so until you hit maybe level 5, and you get the third... I'd get third point of aura just at level 5 for the extra %, because you're not using Astro without mana, then this OD struggles a bit. But he has got the Null Talisman first, probably recognizing the fact that this might happen to help him out.
Yep. So let's actually look at the other lane since we haven't talked about them too much. It's going to be a Clockwork up top against a Doombringer, a Nyx Assassin that just got into lane, and then now a Visage. You can see a Clockwork because having a fairly weak dual lane, he was able to get in lane for a ton of experience. In fact, Doom, he's actually just walking away from the lane for whatever reason, missing a creep or two. And Resolution is going to be your traditional one-row Doom. What does a one-row Doom bring to the table? Are we still farming for that quick Shadow Blade?
I think it's more like a phase drums type play.
Okay.
I think is a nice way to play this. I don't think you have to be doing all the heavy lifting yourself. You just sort of focus on that mid-game team fight. And I think having something like a phase drums, then you go the Shadow Blade, but you don't need to rush the Shadow Blade as fast as possible.
Shadow Blade does open up the doorway for you a lot of easy ganks on the mid lane, especially against a hero like OD, who perhaps gets a 4-staff, gets Astral and things like that, and then wait for his allies to come in to support. But if you doom him, take him away from any of his actives and just kill him right there. So we'll see exactly what he aims to do. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, it's going to be your standard Lifestealer dual lane, and the jungles are going to be camped up by Jakiro and Naga. There's nobody to challenge them because Light of Heaven's in the jungle.
Yeah, Light of Heaven going to just try get that Blink Dagger in the neutrals here, realizing he can't do anything in the offlane. And, well, Free Farm Lifestealer is going to be what the Radiant Team Cascade go for. So trading Lifestealer farm for Doom, and Lifestealer matches up alright against the Doom. He's unlikely to be the target. So, as you said, OD going to be the one sort of getting prioritized with the Doom, and Lifestealer can just sort of use that high HP Doom to his advantage when he wants to sort of heal himself up.
Yeah, it almost feels like the OD has to be the target because he's most likely carrying the 4-staff or the mech or both, and he's going to have the Astral. So if you Doom anybody else, that person's going to get saved by a mech or a 4-staff or Astral, because you don't take damage under Doom if you're Astral. So we'll see how this mid lane is going. Of course, with the first blood and whatever else, you expect the OD to be leading. He's got 14 CS. But Timbersaw, in fact, leading in terms of the CS.
OD is starting to bottle Crow now, so he's going to have mana to actually use that Astral, time it so that he can deny Timbersaw some XP here and there. But yeah, the Timbersaw with this Quelling Blade plus Stout Shield starting items and being pulled Tengus and Sal from Go Black is doing just fine against an OD.
He's just shrugging off the harass. I mean, sure, he's going to take some damage, but he's going to have his own bottle Crow.
Yeah.
So, in fact, OD's missing a ton of CS under his tower. But the fact that he's kind of just maybe over-prioritizing on the harass, he's got to just going to scale back and recognize that he is going to be the quick mech buyer and the quick eventually carry for the team. So he's got to make sure that he has a CS.
Yeah. And Timbersaw's getting the runes. He finds a haste rune up top. And the thing is, his intel was so low that he's full mana now.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets that intel back, he suddenly has 400 mana from 0. And he's going for a rotation. Clockwork is caught out. G doing a smart thing here. Oh, he thought he'd done it. He's going to actually chase down the Clockwork anyways, and with no cogs here, he should be able to get this kill, but he's instead on this... Man, G, he plays super hyper-aggressive, and sometimes it bites him in the ass. It did just that right then.
Yeah, G... I mean, judging from the way that he played back in when he was in China, he never really made these type of mistakes.
He's just out of form right now.
Yeah, he's really out of form.
He's playing badly, and I say this not to insult the guy, because this guy used to be an amazing man. I remember when people would put this guy like
next
on par with Dendi.
Yeah.
Back in the Moscow 5 days when he played in M5, the two best solo mids was Dendi and G, and there was like certain heroes you'd say G's the best at. Storm Spirit was like his trademark hero for a while, and everyone's like G was considered up there, on par with Dendi.
But
no longer the case.
Yeah, we know he could do better, and the fact that he's not doing this is somewhat disappointing. But let's see if he could. I mean, he's still dominating the mid lane. Let's not take it away from him. He is actually winning the CS war despite the fact that OD has the first blood. Yeah. But that gank was a little bit sloppy, and well, Clockwork, because of that, it's going to have a very decent level. He's going to hit level 5, and he's going to be certainly a ganking force that you not expect to have at 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he'll maybe pick up a magic wand here. He's got his TP scroll ready to go back towards the top lane, and having the fast level 4, just like you said, about to hit level 5 against an offensive against a safe lane trial lane is
back fantastic. In the mid, it's going to be a disruption into a dual breath. A hook's going to be very, very safe. It will pull you away from his.
He got 2 in Timber Chain, so
yeah.
He's reacting to the fact that he expected all these sort of support rotations on the mid lane. And, I mean, just back on G, like, I feel like his mechanics are still there as good as ever as far as laning and CSing. It's just his decision-making, which is not what it used to be. Yeah.
Which is strange, because you could generally only get better in your decision-making.
Yeah.
But, well, in any case, we have Bat Rider now finally rotating back to the bot lane to make sure that the tower does not go down. And getting a little bit of CS, but here comes... I feel like these two support, win or loss for Cascade, has been just very, very active over the map. And if you look at their levels, they're not slowing down either. 3 on the Jakiro, 4 on Naga. So being able to make sure that they keep G down in the lane, making sure that they at least force Light of Heaven back on the bot lane, they're doing really well.
Yep. And I mean, even with all their rotation on the map, Lifestealer has still had complete free farm. He is at 50 CS, 7 minutes into the game. He's got the highest CS, highest farm. So even with him being left there, they're sort of timing their rotation so that Lifestealer's never been in too much danger or been left completely alone against the Batrider.
Back in the mid lane here, looks like GoBlack has... This is one thing I've noticed about GoBlack and about Puppy as well. The way they play is they roam around the map a lot. And they really suffer in terms of their own experience gain. And you meet a D-Ward coming out from the support, realizing that there is a ward placed earlier. Ooh, here comes GoBlack.
GoBlack with no mana. I think he's maybe just thinking he can do some scare tactics there. Lifestealer, I think I heard... Was that an Infest I heard? Sorry, an Open Woods? No, he's just...
No, just shock him. Shock him.
Okay. I don't hear actual sounds, as I don't have headphones on.
Yeah, I hear the dishes being washed.
Yeah.
That's all I hear.
That's Chakram. What's his team Cascade? I hope Cascade is being used. Cascade is dishwashing detergent, yeah?
Is it?
Something like that? Maybe it's just laundry detergent. I don't know.
I
think it's laundry detergent.
Okay. Alright.
I don't think that's what they're named after this team. I think Cascade is like an esports organization, and we're comparing them to laundry detergent right now.
That's definitely very manly.
They're coming out on top of Virtus Pro right now, so these guys are legit. A lot of people out there in the chat, Lumi myself hadn't really heard too much about them, although I'm friends with their manager. Why? I have him on Skype. I know who he is. He's a good guy, but right now this team is doing really well.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Clockwork getting good levels is what we need to talk about, and of course, Lifestealer getting a complete free farm. I wonder when the first gank is going to come. And we were guessing what the first item is going to be. You were saying drums. I was saying Shadowblade. It's going to be Vlad's.
This is your kind of aura tanky Doom. I think the drum still works with like a phase Vlad's and then a drums to come next. The Vlad's a bit interesting because it goes straight up this. You're not really benefiting a whole lot from all these auras this early on, I feel. Yeah. You continue farming, and it's not like Vlad's makes you farm a whole lot faster, I don't think.
It helps you jungle if that's what the path you want to take, but if you look at his plus damage, he's getting plus 61 with the Alpha Wolf creep,
nice.
And the Vlad's, of course, plus damage aura, so he's hitting like a truck, and if Virtus Pro wants to have like a tanky push, he can definitely be in the front line.
That's why I think a drums, even after this, Vlad's will be nice to get some extra. Just the stats in general give you attack speed, more survivability, bigger mana pool. Courier gets killed.
What's going
Radiant
on?
Courier dies.
Meanwhile, OD gets a kill on
bottom lane. Ice Path in the bottom jungle. Looks like nothing more going to come from that. But OD with a solo kill. Sanity's Eclipse was being used.
Yes.
And this is just GoBlack with a super underfarm support.
And here's Doom. They want to get a kill on OD right now. OD does not sense it coming though. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to Astral. Is he going to fully retreat, it looks like?
No, he's going to back off. They just need one good flame break, and that's going to be it. There you go. Here comes the Doombringer. Do they need a Doom? Yes, they do. And that should be the easiest
TP
kill of his
rotation.
life.
Here's Naga. Is there Song? Nope, not level 6 yet.
Ooh, he's going to be very tanky. Batrider is going to provide the vision. Here comes G. Going to secure the kill for this ally. They could dive a little bit more if they want. That Doom is so damn tanky right now. That Doom also needs to use the Devour. There you go. He does.
All right, Doom. Good to go. He's up to 1,000 gold already. Now being involved and helped his team get a kill here. This did open up top lane for his teammate NS to get some farm and levels. So NS has enough for Arcane Boots on his Visage. Going to get that level 6 soon, and that's what they really need. I mean, you mentioned push strat, just using this Doom with the fast Vlad to take towers. They want to have the familiars. They need at least 1 or 2 Arcane Boots as well, which will be the Visage. And then they want to try and get a mech on someone. But right now, who's the mech actually going to be coming on?
I mean, traditionally, you see it coming on heroes like Doom. He actually is going to be going back for a drums instead. So, yeah, it's going to be your fast, mobile, tanky, high-damage alien Doom. And Clockwork Hook's going to come in here right under Tower of Resolution. It's going to turn on his heal, and that does heal a lot. He has a ton of plus damage as well. Astro's going to take him out, such that maybe we're going to see yet another Cogs for 5-4 seconds. Trying a little bit body blocking, but he's moving so fast, and he's just going to walk out of there without a Vlad. He was definitely dying. In fact, it's going to be the Clockwork that's going to be close to death. Really good focus here from the OD, killing the 2 birds, and then going right back to NS. Great play from our
and
OD
Clockwork's going to TP. Oh, he almost TP'd out. The whirling death from G just gets the kill on him, but G may pay for this with his life. He needs to find a Timber Chain out for safety, and he will do so. What a Timber Chain.
Across the waterfall he goes. Now you see me, now you don't. G, maybe we questioned his decision-making a little bit too soon. Answering right back in both mid and top. Just
the one decision which was amazing from OD there. Killing the 2 familiars, which had just been summoned. This is going to be 3 minutes of no familiars.
And of course,
at this early in the game, 200 gold, no familiars for 3 minutes. This early in the game is a big, big deal.
Yep, and that's gonna put him up to headdress. Just 900 gold away to a mech. Meanwhile, we're gonna see a little bit of tier 1 tower pressure. One thing I am fairly impressed with is that Cascade hasn't really fallen prey too much to this Templar assassin. Very frequently, 10 minutes in the game, you probably see like a 6-kill Timber or 8-kill Timber, who just walk to every lane and killing everything. part of it, I think, is because to the hero that they pick, Lifestealer, OD, these are fairly tankier heroes. And part of it is just because they're having good mobility of their own, just not getting caught out.
This Lifesteal is just not wanting to leave this lane. Complete free farm, which I'm okay with now. But now that he's got Armlet, Bracer, bring these items out, and he's got his TP scroll. He needs to come to fight.
He gets doomed right now. The Flame Brick's got a hit on Lifestealer. I think Jakiro's going to try to sacrifice his own life, which is okay. Because basically they use a Flaming Lasso and a Doom for Jakiro
look at those
kills.
crits.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Jakiro, but Lifestealer is still absolutely doing fine.
That's a sign of what's to come from this Doom, though. Those big 300-ish damage crits.
Yeah.
He hits hard, and Lifesteal is going to bring out his Armlet here, and maybe look to even take a fight near this bottom lane. Batrider has a Blink Dagger now, so Light of Heaven, 12.5 minutes as an offlane Batrider on the Blink Dagger, and he spends a decent amount of time just disrupting the supports, wasting their time. He hasn't slowed down the Lifestealer farm one single bit, though.
Back in the mid lane, G. Looks like he's gonna find somebody by himself. He's got Timber Chain, and really, there's only like poor stuns. Like you're not gonna kill G.
He's trying to TP.
Yeah, he's gonna make it home. There's no way.
There's a song. They decide not to use it.
Oh. If they songed him, he was dead because there was Sandy's Eclipse. They just need like two or three more
They could have gone
hits.
for another Timber Chain away, though. I guess it wasn't a guaranteed kill.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because that Timber, by the time he's gone off, he's got a Timber Chain. And if that Timber Chain gets him far enough away, and you slow the chase with Chakram, maybe. But we'll see. Lifesteal Infest bomb.
And we're gonna see a Infest probably. Infest hook
He's
is
asking
looking
about
for a kill.
it.
Yeah. You got it.
Nope, he's just going to bait it, looks like clockwork. I guess they want to push out one more creep wave first.
Yeah, and then look for him in the jungle. I guess so.
I'm waiting for vision of this Doom. Lifesteal just, I guess it's just going to be a standard gank. Clockwork pretend he's an offlane solo.
Oh,
they see the Doom.
Now. Yeah.
I don't even think they need the Infest if they don't want to know. They're not even going to use it. Open
Yep.
up a space for him to come through. It's only level 1 cogs here. He's actually gone level 1 battery assault. Not a big fan of
Look
this
at the
build.
Doom is just right-clicking the Clockwork and killing the hell of him. Blink Dagger coming out from bad. Lasso just cooled down, and Resolution moving fast. He's the race car himself. Clockwork Song of the Siren comes in, and I don't think this is where you set up anything else. I think this is where you back off, but Dota Stock says, no, I want Go Black or I want Doom. He walks right in. Defensive Astra. Oh, no, that was a miss Astra, I think. Because Dota Talk right now trying to get something going. He's going to focus on Go Black. Go Black, Vendetta up, but still going to be brought
Doom
down.
is back.
Doom is
Dota
back.
Stock going to get doomed on that Lifesteal. He's going to take a fall now. The Armlet's still on, and the chase is on. 3 heroes have taken a fall. Only the supports remain. Jakiro definitely going to take a fall. Naga Siren just wants to get the hell out of there, and it looks like Naga Siren will survive. The Tier 1 tower will go down. Tier 2 should fall as well, and that was just started with a poor execution on the initial Doom gank. He either needed to go for the Infest hook, or he needed to get the cog and Lifesteal get inside the cogs immediately, but Lifesteal was just zoned out of it.
I really was thinking that they needed the Infest hook simply because you want the extra damage of Infest. You saw how low Doom brought down.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't attacking inside the cog, Resolution was like, alright, I'll man him on the Clockwork. Also, the Song of the Siren rescue on the allies was nice, but it was time to back off because if you saw him like that, it gave all the time in the world for VP to react and TP to Tier 1 tower and just basically says, alright, we win a big team fight. We'll get a Tier 1 top, and they're pinging Roshan. If they get the Roshan right now, this game is perhaps somewhat out of reach for a lineup that doesn't really have too much great damage, especially on an OD that has been dying, and a Lifestealer that just died just now.
The other big thing we saw there was just how important Doom's mobility is. Having phase boots, drums, and then the Scorched Earth movement speed, he just runs away from the Lifestealer. He outruns him. Even the open wounds can help a little bit, but as soon as that starts to wear off, Doom just is no longer taking damage from Lifestealer.
5-man smoke gank into the Roshan pit. The Rocket Flare is going to check it out, but, well, little do they
There's
know.
a Sentry Ward at mid lane, and it doesn't look like it's going to help out the OD here.
Yeah, Light of Heaven. Ooh, Clockwork Hook's going to come in. The Ice Pass is there. Swallowing and Bat Rider going to go down. Light of Heaven very slow on that Flaming Lasso misclick or something. And in case G comes back in, it's taking a ton of damage. He's going to be fine. But at the end of the day, a smoke gank, no kills.
Well-timed mech and the Astral actually working out. It didn't look like it would.
Lifestealer coming on the back line here,
The
trying to set
birds,
something up.
2 birds go down as well again at the mid lane.
One of the birds sees
Or just 1 bird. Yeah.
Dota Stock.
This Lifestealer needs to get more involved now. He's had the early game free farm. Lifestealer's not a hero you can just continue to rise some away. And he's coming in. He's coming to the mid tier 1 tower. He'll help make sure they get this safely. And this is a hero that VP don't want to engage into because of this fast armlet.
Unless you get a Doom on him and then just make sure that he's not right-clicking you. I mean, he can still attack you. Its Feast is not disabled by Doom. He rage and he goes right back. Goldblack says, no, no, baby. He does not have Vendetta. Get out there. Spike Carapace. That's going to block the last hit. Infest. Not going to be enough here. Goldblack's going to survive. He's going to come back with a 2-3 man impale. Huge play from Goldblack there. And now Resolution's back to work he goes. Clockwork's gonna drop a cog. Nice defense, but he's gotta get out of there. Any slow, any disables, nothing. That cog's just blocking the entire ramp. I don't think he's home free though. Yeah, one more shotgun is gonna do the deal. Double kill here from G, and the score is being pulled apart, 6-11 in favor of Virtus Pro.
Yeah, really nice play coming out from Virtus Pro. You mentioned GoBlack there. He got down to 15, 20 HP. He survives long enough that he just throws an Impale Mana Burn and doesn't even end up dying.
Yeah. The key thing is that he doesn't run, right? He just stay there and keep on fighting because all your spells are ranged. So very nicely done.
And here's the Roshan. It looks like they're going in. They've got the Vlad's Lifestealer on Resolution, and they'll just take this. Timbersaw goes for the Rod of Atos. I love it, Lumi. Big item.
GoBlack, by the way, getting bashed. GoBlack wanted to do a little
Watch out for that clap too. We've seen that clap destroy teams.
He wanted to do a little Vlad's regen. Nice dodge on the rocket. He knew it was coming. GoBlack. Man, this guy knows what's up. Clap.
There are charges, anything? No.
Learn with Def right now. Another rocket that's going to miss.
Sentry. Oh, he's scouting things out.
Sentry's
Oh, they saw him go invis, it looks like.
I think so. Well, Sentry's going to get dewarded immediately. Okay. But Aegis now ends up on who? Doombringer? Okay. Yep. Not that he needs it to be completely
He's going for the Assault Crest now, so he's going to have a ton of auras. Lifestealer's damage is going to be largely negated, and I don't know how VP sort of just teamfight or VP gets stopped in general.
I think what Virtus Pro can do in that case is get an Astro on the Doom and try to win the team fight in 4 seconds or so. And to be honest, they have the AoE to do so. If you get a hook in against 2 Macro Pyre, Sanity Eclipse, they have enough AoE to do just that. But that requires on some good execution. That requires on GoBlack not popping a Spike Carapace in the middle of everything. It's hard, but it's possible. I don't want to count Cascade out just yet.
Well, Cascade, they have got some options here. They need to get a 4-star from the OD as well, I feel. He's going for a BKB. I'm not sure if BKB is the answer to this team.
I don't think it's the answer. I'd rather go Link.
There's so much physical damage as well with what Doom, all these auras and attack speed and whatnot. Batrider less so is there. Yeah. BKB is not going to help, it feels like.
Yeah, it's not. Simply because Doom and Lasso, like you said, if they want to shut you down, they will still shut you down. So I'm not really impressed with this item choice, but we'll see what he makes of it.
Well, bottom lane is going to be the next focus of attention for VP. They've got Timbersaw already leading the charge in. GoBlack invised up. Also venture out into the Radiant jungle and not spotting anyone for the time being.
GoBlack's got to be very careful. His invisibility's running out. Backs off.
Can you actually defend this if you're Cascade? Even with a Naga Siren song set up, maybe they can lead it into an Ice Path and a Macropire, but I feel this Dire team is just so tanky. The one thing they don't have yet is the mech, though, so maybe they want to try and fight before the mech is up.
I don't know how you... in theory, you can, because you have things like Cogs, Rocket Flare, and Jakiro, but at the same time, there's a Batrider on Virtus Pro. I'm surprised that Dota Stock is exposing himself like that, and I'm surprised that there is actually no jump on him just yet.
He's waiting for the 4-staff to come out, maybe.
I think maybe if Batrider jumps, Naga just sleeps, and they just kill the Bat instantly. Yeah.
Or even if there's an Ice Path or a hook onto the Batrider, he needs a 4-staff so that he can grab a target and get the hell out of there before they can actually react.
Guess what's coming on the courier right now?
Yeah.
4-staff. So you just wait for it, and they initiate with the song. Are they going to go on Resolution? He cannot
line
up
the Ice Path.
It's got to be the Batrider. Batrider Fireflies, but he's going to get burst down immediately. You see the burst damage? Resolution is dropping low. The Clockwork Hook's going to remove the Aegis immediately, and then free summon the hooks here. But we have G going on the backline. We got a ton of damage on these backline support. GoBlack dives too deep. He's going to be dead as well. Dota Sock says, I can still right click with Feast. He's trying to life steal his way back. He's going to be dead. Meanwhile, we have OD dropping low. Oh, looking for hook SG, but there's no tree to hook too. All things considered, that was an okay fight for Cascade, but
2 for 2 as well as an Aegis.
Yeah.
But that was like a perfect setup there. Well, I'd say perfect. They only got 2 heroes in the Ice Path, but they immediately blow up the Batrider. They killed the Doom with that initial engagement as well, and well,
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, if he doesn't have Aegis, it's an outright win for Cascade.
Yeah, OD survived that as well, which I think maybe for Cascade they would have wanted Lifestealer to survive. I think he might be playing that suicide melee initially because, you know, Clockwork is...
This guy had 100 CS so fast and early. He had an incredible time on the Phase Boots Armlet, but since then there's no item progression. He went back for a drums. He's 1 and 3. And this is like, you get a hero free farming as a carry here, you kind of expect them to suddenly have a big impact, but it doesn't feel like Lifestealer has had the impact he needs to have. Yeah,
Lifestealer is highest still on the net worth for his team, but he's well behind the Doombringer, who's operating with Devourer, Go bonus. Now with the Vladsem, a Soul Cure's finish, and 400 gold in the bank. I wonder what he is going to go for next. I feel like there's, you know, whatever he wants to get is okay. Shiva's Scar is a personal favorite when you're playing a very tanky Doom like this. If you want to go straight up Heart, that'll be fine. I would pay money to see an Axe up there though, and see it not do too much. It's really not a good item. But,
yeah. Well,
I mean, there's a Rod of Atos.
Rod of Atos, good item.
Good.
I mean, it gives Timbersaw a couple things he needs, which is bigger mana pool as well as some extra HP. So from that point of view, it's good. It's just the slow. How good is that going to be? There's an Ice Path from Macro Power onto Resolution. Can they bring him down in time?
They can.
Easy. They get Resolution now onto the next target here. Lifesteal is full HP for once. He's been ignored in the fight, and he's doing some work as a result. G, though, also ignored on the Timbersaw. He's taken out Clockwork, moves onto the hero. Soul Assumption as well to help him out. 2 for 2, though. G's in trouble. He's going to be surrounded by 3 heroes. Actually bursts him down very fast with a Whirling Death. And gets back to backup. Light of Heaven as well as a Nest. Even with Doom out of the picture, they can still fight.
Well, G wants a little bit more hasted up. He says, I see you, Judo. Judo's dropping low, but there's an Astro. Tower shots are trailing at him, and there's no more trees for him to really hook around, so he's going to back out there in time. Like to see him playing aggressive. That's fine. I really finally understand why he's actually getting these 3KB on OD. He just simply needs the HP and the magical immunity against G. G just walks right up to him and just says, you can focus me. I'll kill you before you kill me. Yep. So, also against the Nyx Assassin, that will mana burn you throughout the team fight. The Spike Carapace redirecting damage of Sanity's Eclipse back to you. I understand why BKB is warranted, but at the end of the day, I'm still not sure whether it's a good item overall.
Yeah, it feels like he just needs more farm more than... He needs a BKB with a Force Staff and then...
And a Hex.
Yeah. At least somewhere down the road. Like 35 minutes in, he needs to have those items. Otherwise, the fights are going to be going very difficultly.
Light of Heaven.
What was that?
Dodges the hook. I don't think Light of Heaven knows. He's still farming.
Okay. Why not?
Well, there's no way they can kill him now.
Yeah.
With the Force Staff, so...
Firefly on cooldown, but yeah, Blink Force Staff. Plenty of ways to get out of there. And it's actually Nyx Assassin, go back in the middle lane. Is he going to get jumped on? There's an Impale coming out immediately. He's slowed up, and Radiant Sentry are just going to sort of skip out of vision now. It looks like there's no additional detection.
No dust.
Another Sentry Ward gets dropped, but yeah, Sentry's not going to be enough when he can just continue walking.
I like the... And they also wasted a drum charge for that one. But I like the fact that they have Sentry Ward down the middle lane, making sure that Nyx Assassin doesn't just get to do whatever he wants to do. But still, I think Virtus.pro is definitely applying the pressure. The score's only 5 kills apart, but back in the jungle here. NS getting caught out here. He's going to be dead for sure. This Lifestealer, despite not having the best farm, he's now farming on heroes. That's pretty good. You can see a Clockwork thinking about hooks. He's out of there.
Yeah, G's already out of this. I think VP just getting a bit overzealous as far as how far ahead they are. They're just having heroes wandering around alone like a support Visage in the enemy jungle there. That's just not a place you want to be. But he's creating space in some way or another because Resolution gets a tier 2 tower uncontested at top lane. He's also finishes Assault Crash, 1400 gold.
I think VP's mindset is, you know, we have a Visage next to our Timbersaw. We're going to go into enemy jungle, find 1 or 2, and then back out. But they were somewhat kind of caught pants down with 5 people kind of just killing them, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I still think that Virtus.pro is still in a dominating position, just judging on the fact that they're playing on the enemy side of the map. They're bravely farming the enemy jungle, making sure that the Cascade is not coming back on any long-term farming game, and they're sieging towers. Doom got top, and now he's going to be getting mid as well, 1700 gold. Doesn't get the last hit because Visager is OP. But yeah, they're just waiting for the next Roshan to spawn and making sure they get all of the map control that can muster for himself.
I'd love to see Doom get a Heaven's Halberd, I think, because Evasion will negate the majority of the damages from Lifesteal and OD. So Evasion will help so much, and you can also actually stop them from attacking. I was thinking, do you go something like Heart for HP?
Yep, he's got a Talisman of Evasion coming.
Nice. Because Heart for HP is good for survivability, but it also helps the Lifestealer too much as far as regenning up.
Here we go, we saw the Ice Path, and Resolution gets forced out back into the fight here. Impale's only going to hit one Resolution. There's a song coming in, and it's back we go. Back. The birds are stunning everybody. Ice Path, another comes out. Get out of there, guys. You cannot take this fight. Looks like OD drops that Sanity Eclipse. I think Spike was able to get them, and G's on the chase. He sees OD, and Flame Break? Yeah, the Flame Break's going to be good against OD. OD still walking back in. No harm, no foul on both sides here. A bullet dodge by Cascade.
Yeah, that could have gone a lot worse for them, it looks like. They do hold out for a bit longer. Light of Heaven doesn't have actual mana to use his Blink Lasso. Maybe he does now after those mana boots. He needs to pop that magic wand. And if he can get a pick off here, they can probably break into the high ground here and maybe start working away on this tier 3 tower and some Raxes.
Yep, and Snare's going to come out here. They don't have Macro Pyre, which is one of the best AoE spells. Nice 4-man Ice Path as well. And he's got to be careful, OD. He's got the mech coming out from cooldown, but he really still need that BKB to be effective.
Where's that Light of Heaven pick off?
Oh, Clockwork's gonna come right in against 2. Force Staff's gonna come right back out, but that's gonna be Dota Stock go time here. Go Black's gonna get burst down. I think. No, he does not. He survives that one. Infest comes out a little bit too late. Judo's coming out. He's dropping low as well, but G, shredding time. It's going back for him to go. He hooks in the base, misses the hook though. Flame Break's gonna hit on 3 or 4 target. Again, I'm surprised that Cascade has just not melted.
They're surviving by the smallest margin.
Yeah.
Lifestealer, Naga Siren only barely staying alive. Clockwork Rocket did actually finish off Go Black there as he scurried away, and that was the only kill Cascade managed to find. They have not been finding all too many, except on these sort of standalone heroes every now and then. But VP, they back off. They're waiting for Roshan. It looks like respawning in 30 seconds now. No reason not to wait.
Yeah, again, I still think that Cascade could win these kind of small-scale team fights simply because they have like an Ensnare Macropyre. That alone does a crap ton of damage. And we saw it multiple times being used against Doomburner, just kind of slow him down, wear him down. There's no really Force Staff available on the Dire side, is there? Aside from that Rider's Force Staff, which is mostly reserved for himself. So if you could just basically hook in, get a 2-man cog, Macropyre, you get a ton of damage on these heroes.
No, I definitely agree. You say the Bat Rider did actually do a great job of forcing out the Doom in that last fight.
But that meant he wasn't effective by himself, so...
Yeah, he didn't actually have the ability to go in, lasso someone and force stuff out, but Light of Heaven still willing to help out teammates when needed.
Yeah, I'm also somewhat concerned that Lifestealer is not having enough damage. I'm not really sure whether Basher is the right item right now. It's always eventually a good item as we see a little bit of gank action coming out against... Oh, OD, don't turn around.
He's got no buyback. His buyback's cooldown.
Yeah, he's got the mech, so maybe that's why they're not going on to him.
Well, life's still lurking around as well.
This shouldn't happen.
Where your sentries?
Yeah, where are sentry? A sentry, they finally see him passing by this point now, but that's a little bit too far out. You need a little bit more defensive work in certain position they're in right now. But what's your opinion on the Basher, early Basher like this? It feels like multiple times he's just not dealing enough damage.
I think Basher is a damage item though, or at least it builds into him, which is the Abyssal Blade.
Okay.
I really like the just armlet Abyssal Blade. I think the mistake he made was going back for the Drum of Endurance, but the Abyssal Blade will give him a good chunk of damage.
Okay. Right now though, it's not doing enough.
Yeah, but for 3,000 gold, what else you get that does give you damage? You got like Crystallis, but that's like a
close to your Deso. That's a ton of damage, but
I think Deso just doesn't give you what you need as a lifestealer to actually fight. I don't know.
We'll see. The Clockwork Rocket's gonna find out. G, do you go on him? That's the question. G's gonna be out of there. This is the most obvious smoke gang in the world because there's Sage up top here and nobody's defending that one.
Well, they're just happy to just not go for Roshan for now. They say, well, if we wait long enough, they'll have to. Well, even if they don't have to defend top and bottom. It's not going to do much real damage to T3 towers, but they're missing out on so much farm Cascade, and this is farm they desperately need.
Oh, it's the reverse counter gank smoke coming out from Virtus Pro. But they gotta back off.
Go back in the front lines. Is looking for anything he can. Any sentry wants to actually spot him out, and once again, where are your sentries?
No sentries.
Oh, he sees everything.
Cascade coming
back. No gem,
in.
no sentries.
That was awkward.
Mulini, please.
Nice.
My thoughts exactly.
I think that's outside of Flaming Lasso range.
Well, I've seen some ridiculously long-range Flaming Lassos over time.
I don't think this
There's some really buggy times where I've seen people get like Flaming Lassoed after they blinked away and like brought back in, and I'm just like...
But I think this is just flat outside of range.
It should be.
Can we have this like range circle even during pause?
Well, no, you can't. I don't think the range circle is accurate, for one thing.
True.
I don't trust this range circle. I trust my game sense, which is you get some bullshit Flaming Lassos every 1 in 10 lassos.
Right, but when it's not BS, this is out of range, right? Am I missing?
Yeah. This should be out of range.
Okay.
I'd say just.
All right.
But Jakiro's there. He can just turn an ice path, anyways.
I guess if you lasso and force that away. Because you got to keep in mind, Jakiro has a very, very slow turn rate. One of the slowest in the entire game.
Gee, it's the call. Nyx Assassin's there as well, so he can just straight up impale if he wants and force stuffs out. Yeah. Light of Heaven was not having it. He was not into that.
Earlier, he was also somewhat slow in terms of casting that Flaming Lasso. But they're going to just walk back into the Roshan pit. But you got to be aware of the hook initiate.
Yep.
Lifestealer is inside.
Resolution does have buyback gold. He's up to 2k gold. Could finish the halberd, but I imagine would rather have a buyback for this fight.
Good micro on the birds. You send them outside and try to block a hook with it. Definitely could happen.
Next Assassin, though, maybe in a position where he's going to end up blocking it himself, which is not what he wants to do.
They see each other, right? No, not during nighttime.
There's a Dire Ward further down. Radiant with wards, not actually just near the top room more than anything. They've got good sentry positions right now.
Go Black is just like, yep, guys, come on me.
Yeah, he wants. Yeah, he's like, I don't mind getting hooked. Blink Lasso is ready to go. He's the one blocking the hook shots, not Familiars. And this, I feel like VP can just take this. I don't think they have to be super scared.
Oh,
well played.
Okay, they're gonna go Doom right now. Doom gets the Doom right now. The Silent Siren. Just go back, guys.
Yeah,
just go.
They're gonna save the Lifestealer with this. Maybe they looked for a re-engagement, but they've got to run from G. G gonna just wreak havoc here. Light of Heaven has gone in with a lasso, and this is not looking good at all for Cascade. This is the start of the end for them. Jakiro on the high ground, trapped around, surrounded by trees, surrounded by sharks as well as VP just tear them apart. 3 heroes down. Lifestealer, he's on the run. He wants Go Black. He's not going to find Go Black.
Body block from Light of Heaven. There's going to be Impale.
Oh, man. That's brutal.
Well, then. That was nice.
And they go back for Roche. Should be able to get that pretty easily.
Yeah, double damage here on our... Has he even used a Rod of Ato for G yet?
Yep. I've seen him use it.
Okay.
It's not it's not like a noticeable thing. It's so you can kind of say why the item doesn't feel like it's worth it. I mean, I've seen him use it 2 or 3 times, but it's never been like, oh, that Rod of Atos got him a kill.
Yeah, exactly. That's
it never helps the team that much.
That's why I feel like it's always a suboptimal choice for an item, because you rarely get kill speed of it because of it. The stats is nice. No one's denying that. And the cast range is nice, but you can always do without a good Rod of Atos.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's not a bad item. There's just better items. The better items cost more money, but it's like, well, that's 3k gold not going towards that better item. Yeah, your hex.
Shivas or whatever. Here comes some defensive.
This is the last defense for Cascade. I think if this doesn't work, they're in a whole lot of trouble. They have got Sanity's Eclipse. They haven't got the BKB yet on the OD, and with Doom still on cooldown for another 17 seconds, I think they just need to go right now before that Doom is back up.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, they're not going to get that chance to go.
They also see Batrider not being there. That was a chance to go do.
Well, that's going to be back in time now, it looks like, and Doom just going to go straight back to the high ground. He's got this Aegis, so he doesn't have to be afraid of anything.
Yeah, maybe that's the reason why they're not going on Doom. So every spell, including Astro, being dumped on the Doom, so not exactly a synergy there.
He's trying to burn his mana. Doom is actually going to have mana problems if he gets hit by multiple Astros.
Slowly trying to whittle him down, but Chakram is just so annoying up in the front line.
This Doom, one more Astral, he's got no Doom mana.
I guess, is that what they're waiting for? Just keep on Astroing him? That's legit, right?
It'll only last for like 5 seconds, because then he'll get some of it back. No, he's gonna get mana back, so it's not legit enough, unfortunately.
Astro him again.
He's back up to 455. He needs 2 more Astrals, and there's been too much sort of gap in between. Looks like Raxus will take a fall, and Cascade just can't go in at all, and they're just going to watch their Raxus go down.
Going right now. Dota Stock right-clicking, but he's not doing enough. Doom now goes on the Lifestealer, but not too sure whether that's a good target. But yes, he is. It's focused on OD. Focused on the Lifestealer, exchange of the Aegis. Buyback coming in for OD. A very brave TP. He has to cancel it, and I think that's going to be the game.
Yeah, Lifestealer has no buyback gold. OD is going to come back to the fray. Can't even go back in because he's just going to instantly die. He's trying to fight this, but Visage alone is just like, yeah, I can kind of take you. Use those familiars. He's actually sort of grouped up his familiars with himself rather than using them to attack or stun. And Judo, Naga Siren, he might just get out of this one with this song.
Just walks away, yeah.
Well, he buys his team some time here, but Clockwork, what? Rocket got Nyx? Goblet gets... Okay.
These Clockwork keep getting on Nyx, which is cool.
Yeah, this Clockwork has got Goblet's number, but GG is called here in game 1 of this 2-game series.
Yep.
Cascade looked good at the start. They got up to a fast, like 2-3-0 lead, but VP just started steamrolling ahead once they got in motion.
Judging from how these two teams play, we saw VP play yesterday, I actually think Cascade could take a game off of VP if Cascade play really, really good Dota, and if VP messes up once or twice.
Yeah.
I think that could happen.
Yeah, I don't think VP has any sort of aura that they're not playing like they're on this level where they're just like a top tier 1 European team.
Yeah.
We've seen that in their recent matches. They lost 2-0 to the newly formed team with Effing Mad, which is a mixture of Quantic, Flipside. They're actually playing later, and Mouse with Fata. They got destroyed in those 2 games. I feel like. I mean, they had okay-ish drafts, but they just had no idea how to deal with that team, and I feel like VP still have a lot of improvement to do.
Well, Cascade. Let's see if they could take game number 2. But Virtus Pro still the clear favorite here.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot more experience with more veteran player. But we'll talk about that when we come back for game number 2 of VP versus Cascade.